There I am. Afternoon, everybody, from the third largest city in the United States of America, Chicago, Illinois. This is The Drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith. Thank you so much for watching us today here on Backchannel.tv. Thanks for joining the show. It is Friday. It's Anything Can Happen Day. I have a massive headache. It's dogging me. But we're here together. We're going to have fun this afternoon. We have a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff on the table. We're giving away a $25 Amazon gift card today, so please stay tuned. We'll be giving that away in the second hour of the show. Let's go out to Portland, to Oregon. See my man Jay Bliss. I haven't seen him today. There he is.
Yeah,
we did it again. We did it again, didn't we?
Kind of. Yeah, I guess.
Sort of.
Well, I do have a blue shirt on.
Okay. Well, this is
gray hoodie.
You're
hoodie.
Good. All right. So how does it sound? It sounds okay?
Yeah.
Only reason I'm doing the thing today, I don't have on the headphones. I'm working on a traveling kit to take with me when I do the show away from here. Just not have to bring, all the monstrosities with me.
That makes sense.
Cut it down. Yeah. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
I'm good. It's Friday. It's been kind of it's just been, I don't know. It's been ever since the 13-year-old got COVID last week, it's just been kind of I don't know. Anxiety, I guess, is the word. And, we're busy trying. It's not easy. Trying to plan and organize and pack for 6 people and 4 children for a week-long getaway. So, like, with the COVID thing toppled on top of that, and the fact that we all have to have a negative test, a day or two before we get on. And the little one, because he's not vaccinated, he has to get tested at the port. So That's like, so there's a lot of hurdles we have to get through still to ensure we get on that boat. And the biggest and last one being that we have to be in Seattle next Friday morning, and the 4-year-old has to test negative. So there's it's been a lot of chaos. That's all. I'm happy the week's almost over.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, well, for the next 2 hours, or the next 57 minutes in this hour at least, we will try to entertain each other, because I feel like somebody's putting a rotary saw on my head.
Yeah, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
I mean, regardless of what's going on, I'm always excited to come hang out here.
I'm always glad. I mean, this is my escape. So for 2 hours, my headache is behind this chair. Once
we turn everything on, for those next 2 hours, I'm good to go. So
it's showtime. I was watching some of first of all, thank you, Hal, for looking out, and Hal and Travis. I was watching some of Jam and Renee today. No Renee.
Yeah, I think she must be on vacation or something, because I noticed I filled in yesterday producing the Anthony Davis show, and he does a handoff on the front end and back end of his show. So he was on with Jam yesterday, and I think and I saw that she had been gone earlier this week, so she must be on vacation or something.
I say that to say the last 2 days that I've checked out the show, his guest hosts are awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they've been. I saw a little bit of the guy yesterday. Yeah,
they were so good. I mean, like, good, really good. We're gonna have to open up some of the airwaves. Get some more people in here.
Yeah, get some more. I mean, might as well get some more shows in here, right?
Yeah. I mean, they were really, really good. They were solid, and Jam looked like he was having a good time too. So that's pretty cool. Good stuff. One day I'll go on a vacation. I'm not like any of you guys. I'm here every day. What time is it? I'm here. Where am I going? I want to go somewhere so bad. I want to get out of here just for a day or two. I always have Saturday and Sunday at work on Saturday, and cleaning up this house on Sunday to get ready for Monday.
You got to take a vacation sometime.
I imagine I will. I don't know when, but I think I will. I'll figure it out. I don't mind being here. So It's cool. I can think of worse things I could be doing. So
Oh
being
yeah.
here is perfect.
No, there's no place like home, that's for sure. But every once in a while,
Yeah.
it's good to get away. And it's been a lot of
Yeah.
people. I think a lot of people are itching to get away right now, just because it's been a long, almost 3 years of, having to be really, really careful about not doing things. So
Right.
everybody's kind of ready to go out and do stuff.
Hey, you know what? Stacy's here. Stacy, how you doing?
I know, and
Marquise
she's
been watching.
always reminding people too.
That's
She's
right.
helps
Thank you,
she helps you do your job, and that's awesome.
man. Oh boy, you have no idea how helpful that is to me and how much I appreciate that, Stacy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Because God knows, man, I can't remember all this stuff. Marquise in Washington trying to talk, is a subscriber. Thank you, Marquise. Please, everybody, do that. Since I'm here, let me just say, first of all, thank you. You're watching Backchannel.tv, and this is The Drive with Mario Smith. We are live from Chicago, Illinois, Monday through Wednesday and Friday. And this is the only place where you can, on your Echo device, you can watch and listen to live shows and chat with the host in real time. You're probably like, well, how do I get involved like Stacy? Well, first of all, this is what you do. You can send us a chat. It's really easy. All you have to do is talk to your device, and you can say, hey, Comexa, your device's name, but we can't say the name of the device. And then you say, give me in the chat, and you start talking to us, and we talk about things all day for the 2 hours we're here. And you can chime in, you can ask questions, all that cool stuff. If you can see me right now, you're watching on that Echo show or that Fire TV, just go say, hey, Capexa, and get in the chat with us. If you're listening to us on an Echo speaker, you can always go to backchannel.tv and hit the chat button, BACKCHANNEL.tv. And while you're there, subscribe to the show. I would say don't be a schmuck, but schmuck is so strong. It's Friday. We're all in a good mood. Join the show. And thank you so much for being a part of the show. Let's take a look at the headlines at the top of the hour. A powerful explosion apparently caused by a natural gas leak today killed at least 8 people and injured 40 when it blew away outer walls from a 5-star hotel in the heart of Cuba's capital. No tourists were staying at the 96-room Hotel Saratoga because it was undergoing renovations. Havana Governor Ronaldo Garcia Zapata told the Communist Party newspaper Granma. His quote is, it has not been a bomb. I'm sorry, not his quote. I apologize. It has not been a bomb or an attack. It is a tragic accident. President Miguel Diaz-Canel, who visited the site, said in a tweet. The blast sent smoke billowing into the air around the hotel with people on the street staring in awe. Cuba's National Health Minister, Jose Angel Porto, told the Associated Press that hospitals had received about 40 injured people, but estimated the number could rise as the search continues for people who may be trapped in the rubble of the 19th century structure in the old Havana neighborhood of the city. Authorities in Tennessee say they have located an abandoned vehicle used by a man wanted in Alabama for murder and the jail official who disappeared with him. Williamson County Sheriff's Office said via Twitter that a vehicle used by escaped Alabama inmate Casey White and former correctional officer Vicky White was found in Bethesda. Quote, there is no sign the two are still in our area. The SUV was reported abandoned a week ago. It was identified last night, the tweet said. A nationwide manhunt has been ongoing since the pair disappeared April 29th. Casey White was awaiting trial in a capital murder case. Vicky White was Assistant Director of Corrections for the jail in Lauderdale County, Alabama. She appears to have helped him plan his escape. And finally, a judge in Georgia found that U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene is qualified to run for re-election, concluding that a group of voters who had challenged her eligibility failed to prove she engaged in insurrection after taking office. But the decision will ultimately be up to Republican Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. Before reaching his decision, State Administrative Law Judge Charles Boudreaux held a day-long hearing in April that included arguments from lawyers for the voters and for Greene, as well as extensive questioning of Greene herself. He also received extensive briefing from both sides. State law says Boudreaux must submit his findings to Raffensperger who has to decide whether green should be removed from the ballot. And those are the headlines at the top of the hour. It is 10 minutes after the hour here at Backchannel.tv. And when we come back, we will have news from around the world, including, but not limited to, a story about, wait a minute, where is it? Oh, boy. Oh, Rudy Giuliani. How you can be one place but not the other. It's very interesting. This is The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. We'll be back right after these words. Let's take a moment to say hi to everybody that's checking us out in the chat room today. Esperanza in California, welcome. How you doing? Stacy wants us to know that next weekend she'll be listening to us on an audio-only device. So we got to make sure we are sharp and sound good for my friend Stacy in Texas. Connor here in Illinois is also checking out the show. We have a host of no names. You guys can always go back into your device and change your name to your name. And also let us know where you are so we can shout out your town, your city, your burg, your village, your enclave, wherever you're at. We would love to do that. Absolutely would love to do that. Let's take a look at some of the stories that are taking place today in our world on a Friday. And by the way, it's Friday. That means anything can happen. We're ready. We're aware. Gliss and I are on point, man. Nothing we like more than the Friday show. Gives us a chance to talk to you and find out just how wacky and weird you are. We're here for it, for all the wacky and most definitely the weird, which we don't mind at all. The Senate's going to take a vote next week on legislation that would codify abortion rights into federal law as Democrats mount their response to the Supreme Court's leaked draft decision that would overturn the landmark Roe v. Wade ruling. The procedural vote scheduled for Wednesday will mostly be symbolic and once again show the limits of the Democratic majority in the 50-50 Senate. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York doesn't have the necessary 60 votes to overcome a Republican filibuster and move ahead with the bill, which means the effort is certain to fail. But he said members of both parties need to go on record about where they stand. Here's Schumer's quote: "Next week's vote will be one of the most important we ever take because it deals with one of the most personal and difficult decisions a woman ever has to make in her life." And while I don't disagree that they should have this conversation, because that's essentially what it is, it's a big talk on the floor of the Senate. If you're the Democrats and you know you can't do it, you don't have the necessary votes unless a miracle takes place between now and Wednesday, where you're able to get, I think it's at least 5, maybe even 10 Republican senators to agree with you. Why even do it? I think the effort should be focused on making sure that there are resources provided for people who need the service of having an abortion, and shoring up their Democratic Party for the midterm elections to make sure that people don't forget what has happened. It's mostly symbolic, which means to me, it's mostly useless. That's me. I'd be interested to hear what they have to say, but I don't get it.
Do you think that there's possibly an element of this is kind of a political play for the election, where they're basically saying like, we want to, be able to see on record, as they say, who is, because it's obviously going to be a big issue now, or it's become a big issue now in the midterm elections, so that they can have on paper when they go against, these opponents, to say, okay, this person, was not in support of this.
I think yes. Okay, the value in doing it is that you do have people on the record, and then it's not a question of Senator so and so said I'm not with it. You have them on the record. The problem for me is Senator Manchin, and then there's one more, Senator Sinema. They're gonna side with the Republicans, and so it's like, and I'm really glad that that's on record for whenever the two of them run again. That people in their states know this man, this woman, this is what they did.
Yeah, it doesn't allow it. Yeah, I guess it doesn't allow them to kind of, try to get away from the where they stand on it.
Because they're not going to hide the fact that they voted against it. They'll come up with something real clever to make it sound like, they're sympathetic to the cause, but there's no way we couldn't vote for it the way it stands. It's infuriating. I had clinical law professor Sheila Beatty on my show yesterday, on the terrestrial show, on News from the Service Entrance. And she said the same thing. She said, it's more than anything, it's just very frustrating that in 2022, we're going to rewrite history.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe making Roe v. Wade better, or making the situation surrounding Roe v. Wade better, we're just going to, we have to kill it. It has to die. And also, she echoed what we were saying. This is the beginning. This is as big as it is. It's a very small piece to their long-term plan. They played the long game, and they got smart, and they stayed the course on the long game. The opposition did not, and now the opposition has to scramble to get smart very quick, which means there may be cliff notes involved. And if there are cliff notes involved, we may miss some steps along the way. I'm figuring they will miss some steps along the way. But, the galvanizing of the people, it will always be the people. No matter what happens, it's always going to be the people. I'm not trying to sound weird or freak anybody out, but in every instance, whenever there's been something like this that has happened, and nothing like this has happened, to be honest, the people always have the final say. And I believe in November, I believe the people are going to speak louder than even we think they're going to speak, because everybody is. I find it hard to believe that there's a majority of people who think Roe v. Wade somehow is wrong, particularly since it's attached to so much stuff.
And on Anthony's show yesterday, I believe he brought up the number that it's something like 70% of Americans support Roe v. Wade.
That's what leads me to believe all this Trump stuff with all these people he's
endorsing. Yeah, it's a very loud minority, is what it is.
And like Cub fans.
Yeah. And it's crazy that, man, it's just, it's very frustrating to know that that's kind of where we are as a country, that, a very loud minority and, mostly kind of radical thinking group of people is having such an effect. And as we talked about on Wednesday, just the repercussions of the Trump presidency, because like you said, they knew what they were doing. They played the long game. They packed the courts, and they had their eye on this. And as you just said,
decades,
and other things still to come.
Oh, yeah. Well, those other things are same-sex marriage, voting rights for Black and brown folks, and on and on and on. They're coming for all of it. They're not coming for a couple of these things. This isn't their last stop. They're coming for all of it. Whether you agree with it or not, they're coming for it. And it's just very telling that it appears that we're helpless, but we're not helpless because we vote. And in this country, registering to vote and then vetting your candidates and really getting involved and then voting That is how you have a voice. And I'm going to say this again. I said it yesterday. I want to make sure that I'm clear on it. No government should be able to have jurisdiction over a woman's body. Period. Period. They shouldn't. They just shouldn't. You can stand on either side of that issue all you want, but nobody should be able to tell a woman how to govern her own body. They just shouldn't. I can't do it. They can't do it. If you think they can, tell me why. Argue with the reflection. But I just, no. Another part of this are major corporations that are being very quiet for right now about how they feel on the side of abortion. All these things they don't seem to be gelling, but they are. They're forming a bigger opinion. That bigger opinion gets voiced out in November at the elections. Experts say it's tough to navigate some of these waters. Companies are facing increasing pressure from social media and their own employees to speak out. And while some of them have weighed in on issues like LGBTQ plus rights, voting rights, and gun control, the thorny issue of abortion could prove to be more challenging. Alan Adamson, co-founder of marketing consultant Metaphor, says this is the hottest of the hot potatoes. While lots of issues are polarizing, this is ground zero for polarization. People are frantically passionate one way or the other. Despite the risks, major companies have waded into the abortion issue in the past. In 2019, more than 180 of them, including H&M, Slack, and Glossier, signed an open letter that said restrictive abortion laws were against their values and, quote, bad for business. A similar letter was signed by more than 60 companies last year in response to a Texas law banning abortions after roughly 6 weeks of pregnancy, forcing some women to travel out of state to access the procedure. Among others, jeans maker Levi Strauss & Company, the online review site Yelp, banking giant Citigroup, and ride-hailing company Lyft pledged to cover travel costs for employees who have to travel long distances to access an abortion. I think, well, hold on, I'm sorry, before I get to yapping about what I think. Many others have remained quiet, including Netflix, PayPal, Microsoft, Patagonia, Target, Walmart, Apple, which is reportedly covering travel costs for its Texas workers through its medical insurance. Microsoft and the Chamber of Commerce, the world's largest business federation, said it had no comment. The rest did not respond to requests for comment. The Business Roundtable, which represents some of the country's most powerful companies, said it does not have a position on this issue. So how long do they think that they can, how long does any company that has employees who are women, who for any reason at all may need to have an abortion, how long do they think they're going to be able to play this game of not talking, of not being involved, of not having an opinion one way or the other? That seems to me to be a bit excessive. I am, Gliss, we're going to have to put a star on this one. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I want to know, because, I mean, companies have jumped on board for everything to form an opinion. Even during COVID, when they couldn't reel commercials because people couldn't really go outside to buy any of their products, they were on the get vaccinated bandwagon. But this is a different issue. Altogether different. Did anyone watch The Masked Singer where Rudy Giuliani popped up, made Ken Jeong walk off, had Robin Thicke all frantic, like, I can't believe it's him. Oh. Well, Rudy Giuliani decided that he can't meet today with the House committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol, but he could show up. Old Marblehead came and put on that stupid costume and sang a dumb song because it would make his grandchildren happy. They should be picking him up in an automobile because he's in contempt. He's been issued a subpoena. He has to appear. You don't get to do that. You don't get to say, I'm not coming. No, you're coming. Show up. You show up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you, everybody, for being here. You're here with us on The Drive. I'm Mario Smith, and if you are enjoying the show, there are two ways to support the program. If you're watching right now and see that subscribe button that Marquise and Stacy and who else hit that button that I saw? What else, folks? Like Esperanza and Typical Dragonfly and Famous Cougar. Bob. I swear we got to play the Bob game. And Kevin and Karen, who's in Kentucky. Kevin's in New York. Esperanza's in California. All you new guys, hit the subscribe button so you can be alerted when things happen, like when we come on the air. We've got some big stuff coming soon, and we want you to be part of it. And another way you can really help me out, no matter how you're watching or listening to this or any of our shows, is leave a review. I'm going to try to get some reviews to read in a little bit. So go to backchannel.tv, BACKCHANNEL, and click a review. Click a review. It's the headache, yo. Don't click a review. Click on the review. Gliss, I think it's because I can actually see my entire head today, and it's not obstructed by those two big Soviet Union headphones that I wear. Those two big muffins on my head. I'm adjusting to how handsome I am.
It is a little bit of a cleaner look.
It's a much cleaner because look at this. This is ridiculous. I love these things, but come on.
You know, I love those things too, but when I worked in sports radio, I would get a headache by the end of almost every show because you wear those things for 3 hours, and man,
that's why I'm always snatching them off when we go on a break.
Yeah. You need a break. It's hard to wear them for a couple hours straight.
Yeah, it is. It is no fun at all. I'm just glad that I somehow managed to make it work that you can hear me through these because I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, we hear you.
I guess so. Yeah, sounds like it. What am I doing here? I said hi to everybody. I have a really terrible story to read, so I was just trying to have a pause from the levity of me and you yucking it up. Just talking about something that happened in China, which is horrible. We talked about the hotel explosion in Havana, Cuba. In Beijing, a building collapse a week ago in central China killed 53 people. State media reported today as a search of the large pile of debris ended after rescuers found 10 survivors. Authorities said at a news conference that all the missing had been accounted for as of 3 a.m. State broadcaster CCTV said in an online post, the residential and commercial building in the city of Changsha suddenly collapsed on April 29th. Aerial photos showed it pancaked to about the second story between other buildings about 6 stories tall. At least 9 people have been arrested on suspicion of ignoring building codes or committing other violations. That is sad. And again, when we read these stories from time to time talking about buildings collapsing, I always get ridiculously nervous because I live in a high-rise building, and it's not what I want for me or any of the people who live here. We have a lot of older people who live in this building. That would be terrible. Absolutely terrible. We got a few minutes left. So SpaceX did something really cool. It brought home 4 astronauts, and then it turned around and launched 53 satellites. So the 3 U.S. astronauts and 1 German in the capsule were bobbing off the Florida coast near Tampa less than 24 hours after leaving the International Space Station. NASA expected to have them back in Houston later in the morning. Raja Shari said that was a great ride. He was a capsule commander. As for the reintroduction to gravity, he noted only one complaint: these water bottles are super heavy. Oh, Raja, use space humor. That's funny. NASA's Chari, Tom Marshburn, and Kayla Barron, and the European Space Agency's Matthias Maurer were out of the capsule within an hour of splashdown, waving and giving thumbs up as they were hustled away on rolling chases for medical checks. Their departure from the space station Thursday was bittersweet as they embraced the 7 astronauts remaining there. It's the end of a 6-month mission, but I think the space dream lives on, Maurer said. SpaceX brought up their U.S. and Italian replacements last week after completing a charter trip to the station for a trio of businessmen earlier in April. The astronauts, I'm sorry, whew, that amounts to 2 crew launches and 2 splashdowns in barely a month. Elon Musk, part-time accessory to every crime in Gotham City, Elon Musk, uh, his company has now launched 26 people into orbit in less than 2 years since it started ferrying astronauts for NASA. 8 of those 26 were space tourists. SpaceX's William Gerstenmaier, a vice president, acknowledges it's a pretty exciting time. Barely 5 hours after splashdown, the company founded by, again, accessory to most crimes in Gotham City, Elon Musk, in 2002 launched a fresh batch of its own internet satellites known as Starlinks from Cape Canaveral. There were 53 on the many flat-paneled satellites in this pre-dawn load. Satellites are nice, but flying people are a little special. I think if we saw a flying person, that would be special. Musk. I can't. Supervillain. I'm convinced dude's a supervillain. There is nothing super good about him. It's got supervillain written all over it. Okay, one more. This will be good because we talk about the climate all the time. When we had Eileen Dordick on earlier this week on Wednesday, we talked about reproductive justice. Well, this is a talk about environmental justice. Attorney General Merrick Garland yesterday announced a new office at the Justice Department that will focus exclusively on environmental justice. The office, which will prioritize low-income communities that have been hit hard by pollution and contamination, was launched in partnership with the Environmental Protection Agency. The Office of Environmental Justice will serve as the central hub for our efforts to advance our comprehensive environmental justice enforcement strategy, Garland said in a news conference alongside EPA Administrator Michael Regan. You know, man, I wonder if that's the same Michael Regan. I used to work for a guy. It couldn't be. Gliss, I used to work at a hotel when I was a much younger man. Nope, his name wasn't Michael. It was Regan, though. That's funny. One day we have to have Mario's hotel stories. Oh, yeah. There's a few of them.
That kind of sounds like a fun job.
Oh, it was not fun. No, it was a lot of pushy people, customers who did not like us, and I wasn't like a manager or anything. This is when I was a teenager, and I may have lied on my application to get the job. But yeah, good times. Made a little bit of money, a little. When I think about all that kind of stuff, Gliss, I just, it all ended up with me sitting in front of this computer talking to you. I am so happy that this all happened.
Me too.
Like, yeah, it could be worse. It could be exponentially worse. As I check on our friends in the back again, as we are just jumping from thing to thing. Familiar Anteater. Kendall in Washington is here. Thank you. Modest Sheep is here as well. All right. The Biden administration, by the way, has asked Congress for $1.4 million for the office. Shalonda Young, the director of the White House Office of Management and Budget, recently told lawmakers that the Justice Department absolutely needs the tools to make sure all Americans are treated equally under the law, even when there are environmental issues. And if anybody is wondering, I'll give you an example. Here in Chicago, there was a smokestack attached to a building that was, I want to say it was some kind of manufacturing building. I can't remember what it was they were manufacturing specifically. And the building closed down, company went out of business, and they were taking the smokestack down, and somehow it collapsed, and it put a gigantic red cloud of smoke across one of our neighborhoods, our 77 communities here in Chicago, Pilsen. Pilsen was covered in this red ash. If there's a proper environmental justice team in place, things like that don't happen, because you've got folks that are able to go out and investigate and inspect. Even though the city of Chicago is pretty good about inspecting things, they dropped the ball on this one in a bad way. And then a company that does a similar thing wanted to move out to the south side of the city to a neighborhood that's mostly Latino, and they couldn't do it. and there's the outcry was too big, and so it put them in a different place and made them have to rethink how they were going to do this. It's environmental justice is very important. It's as important as any other thing that we have on our plate to make sure that people are treated fairly. Everybody gets treated fairly. It can't continue to be uneven. You know what I mean? And I think that's it for the news. Look at that. We went around the world pretty fast. I suppose since I'm here, let me just tell you again that the drive is live here on Backchannel, and we're here every Monday through Wednesday and Friday. We're also giving away a $25 Amazon gift card today, so it will be happening in the second hour of the show. Please stay tuned and get ready to win that gift card and go to the weekend knowing that you will have $25 soon at your disposal to spend any way you want. I got a new book today from Amazon. I'll show you the book in a little bit. Make sure you send us a chat, though. Talk to us. Let's see how everything's going on this Friday as we do a big weekend celebration. But we're good. If you can see me right now and you're watching on an Echo Show or Fire TV, the magic word is say Hamexa. And then, get in the chat that way. I know that's not the name. You guys know the name. But we can't say it. And the sound didn't go out. I just started whispering to add dramatic effect to what I was saying. If you're just listening on an Echo speaker, I appreciate that more than you know. You can go to backchannel.tv and click on chat, BACKCHANNEL, and join the party and become a passenger on the drive. This is episode 68? So you'll be here for 70, right? Oh no, you'll be here for 70.
Yeah, I'll be here for 70. Just not 75.
Right, which is the one that we're going to clown. You're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Do I wait until you come back so that we can really, Florida man it up? Are we going to we'll have to talk.
We could keep it till the 100th.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, Florida man. The Florida man show is going to be star-studded. I might wear a suit.
I'm going to have to check it. Yeah. Yeah, for 100, we'll have to really jazz the place up.
I might have to get me a tux with the ruffled shirt so I can celebrate 100. Might have to do that.
I'll wear one of the Dumb and Dumber tuxes with the top hat.
Are we involved in this thing? Because Hal mentioned the baseball talk that we haven't done yet.
I caught the very end of that.
Yeah.
I caught the very end of him saying that, so I don't know.
But we got to figure it out, because if we are, I need to know what time it is, because I haven't gotten an email yet.
Yeah, I haven't either.
You need to know these things.
Yeah. No, I caught the very end of that. So it sounded like he's trying to set up kind of like a round table type thing.
Yeah, it seems like it. Bailey, how you doing? Pleasant Pig, hello to you. Thank you all for being here. Let's take a break. When we come back, we will have Skirt's favorite segment, even though I don't see Skirt around today, the community report. By the way, the FDA is restricting use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because it's caused blood clots and it's caused at least 9 deaths, something like that. So the only way you'll be able to get that now is if it's a special situation. That thing is pretty much dead. It's Moderna and Pfizer. And there it is. When we come back, we'll have the community report. Stay tuned. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and on your Amazon supported devices. We'll be right back. A former Colorado police officer, this is community report, by the way. A former Colorado police officer injured an elderly woman with dementia during an arrest in 2020 was sentenced yesterday for 5 years in prison. Austin Hopp, former officer with the Loveland Police Department, appeared in a Larimer County court after he pleaded guilty to charges related to the June 26, 2020 arrest of Karen Garner. A federal lawsuit said police slammed Garner, who was 73 at the time, to the ground and hogtied her. State District Judge Michelle Brinegar said Hopp used his position of power and authority to show off his toughness, disregard any sense of humanity, displayed an alarming degree of criminal thinking, and caused a great deal of harm and trauma. This case is not about a mistake, she said before she handed down the sentence. I do think you are sorry, but I don't think you get it. Hopp was also sentenced to 3 years of mandatory parole. Garner, who was arrested after she was accused of stealing about $14 worth of items from a Walmart. An attorney for Garner says she has dementia and sensory aphasia, which impairs her ability to verbally communicate with people or understand others' communications. The attorney said that because of the dementia, Garner forgot to pay for the items, which were retrieved by Walmart employees. Body camera video released by the attorney showed Hopp telling Garner to stop and talk to him as she walked home. Garner was seen on the video shrugging her shoulders as she continued to walk. Hopp then roughly took Garner to the ground and placed her in handcuffs, the video showed. A second officer, Daria Jalali, arrived and assisted as Hopp walked Garner toward a police car. The video showed them struggling to get Garner in the back of the car. Hopp, according to the video, told Jalali to help him get Garner on the ground. He then hogtied her by the ankles and forced her into the car, video showed. Garner suffered a dislocated shoulder, a fractured arm, and a sprained wrist, according to the lawsuit, which the city settled in September for $3 million. A second video released by the attorney showed Hopp and other officers at the police station laughing and joking about the arrest. He accepted a plea deal in March for the assault charge, which Garner's family opposed. Garner's son, John Stewart, addressed the court before the sentence was announced. He said Hopp never even took a moment to ask questions or assess the situation. Instead of assessing the situation further, he immediately grabbed her arm behind her back and threw her to the ground, Stewart said. That's not ever how I should see my mom being treated. Stewart called Hopp callous and said he was insensitive for joking about the arrest. He took pride in humiliating my mom, he said. Hopp apologized to the Garner family, saying he was truly sorry. I made a terrible mistake that day, he said. Hopp left the police department in April 2021. Two other officers, Jalali and Tyler Blackett, also left the department. Police did not specify whether they resigned or if they were fired. That's kind of messed up. You can't handle it any other way than that way. To grab a 73-year-old woman who was clearly in a state of dementia, you have to know that with your training, right? Am I imagining that? And then you slam her down to the ground? That doesn't seem... That doesn't seem right at all. That's pretty scandalous, if you ask me. Takes a lot of nerve to do something like that. Oh boy, thousands of people told to flee the light. This is why I need a vacation, Bliss. I'm starting to get it now. This is heavy stuff.
Yeah, you got to see. That's what I'm saying. You need a break to not think about all this for a while.
Yeah, this is because that's just sad. Why would you do that?
That's why we're just gonna go out in the middle of the ocean.
I need to go to the moon. Can I get on? Can I get on that part-time accessory to every Crime in Gotham City ship and go up to the moon? Just sit there in the space station.
I mean,
I'll sit in the International Space Station.
Not a bad idea. I
know he's busy, running from the Batman and all the other DC characters. But I'm gonna have to really think about it. Man. I can't imagine if I walked up on that situation, even though I'm not a policeman. If I am a policeman, though, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? That's an old woman. There's not a better way to handle that? It has to be. And it's $14 worth of stuff. I'll pay for it if I'm a cop. Like, lady, look, I got you. here. Make sure she gets home safe. That's doing your job. But that's not part of their job. No. Because if it was part of their job, he would have did it. Because there's no way in hell that you're going to lock up my grandmother or my mom over $14 worth of this 14 from Walmart. What could it have been? What is Walmart selling that is of that great a value that people have to get their arms broke? Man. When this is over today, 501 Central, I'm gonna have me a pop, a beverage. I mean, no drugs. I don't do. I got too much stuff to do. Thousands of people told to flee the largest wildfire burning in the United States have chosen to stay and defend generational homes in the mountains of northern New Mexico, even as some run out of food and water, officials said. In Mora County, population 4,500, around 60% of residents in evacuation areas have remained in centuries-old farming and ranching communities where electric power has been lost, said Undersheriff Americ Padilla. This is their livelihood. This is all they know. So these elderly people, and a lot of the people, our constituents, are not leaving, Padilla said. The forested mountains around 40 miles northeast of Santa Fe are known for tough, self-sufficient residents, many of whom can trace lineage to 18th century Spanish settlers and Native American tribes. Local Dr. Matthew Probst said residents had high social vulnerability, families possibly owning a $15,000 mobile home outright, but having no homeowners insurance and few financial resources. Oh, this is sad too. Gliss, I'm sorry, man. I can't read this. This is too sad. Those people should be leaving their homes. Why would you stay there? You got to get out of there.
It's weird that some people do that. I guess like some people just can't distance themselves from the attachment. I don't know. There was remember back in the 80s when Mount St. Helens erupted.
That's right. And people wouldn't leave.
It just went down. I mean, man, what a way to go. Go out in a volcano. Like hot lava coming through your house. Come on now.
No, I'm out. Buy house.
I was gonna say, even in Portland, I didn't live here at the time, but 2000, when we did live here, it was, I believe, 2006 or 2007, sometime around then. Mount St. Helens became active again. For it was like a month or something, and on a clear day you can see Mount St. Helens from Portland. It's it's not that far, and I remember that because like there was like ash in the air. It was almost like really fine particles, but it was like it's similar to like when there was the forest fires a couple of years ago, where there's like a denseness to the air, and it's kind of like you'll just kind of like see it on your clothes, even though it's not necessarily like big pieces. And there's a big plume of smoke, and it's like, man, don't be if you're in somewhere where something terrible is happening. As much as I wouldn't want to leave my home, and I can understand feeling attached, like, man, get out of there.
Let's go.
Yourself. It's more important. Your life's more important.
Man, look, if it starts burning, I'm out. I will catch all that stuff later. I get to start fresh. I have insurance, but I can understand them not having insurance. That's an issue. And I mean, it's but still, I have to get my brother. I have to get my grandma, my grandpa, or my family. We gotta go. I need you to live. I need you alive. Gather everything that's of importance to you because you have time to do it, and let's get it out. We'll find you a house. You're living in a $15,000 trailer. That's bloody ridiculous. Oh, man. Hey, Boss Hippopotamus is here. And Harsh Rabbit. And Kevin. Boss Hippopotamus. That's a name right there, boy. You're enjoying The Drive. I'm Mario Smith, live here on Backchannel every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Send me a chat. If you can see me right now, you're watching on an Echo Show or Fire TV. The magic word is, hey, Connexa. And then, boom, in you go. Now, if you're just listening to us on an Echo speaker, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Trust me, I do. You can go to backchannel.tv, BACKCHANNEL.tv, and join the chat there. And you can also subscribe while you're there too. Haha. A Missouri road was covered in adult beverages. Whew, glad it was beverages. When a tractor trailer hauling a load of 44,000 pounds of hard seltzer, what? Overturned in the roadway. The overturned truck spilled cans of Vizzy hard seltzer across the roadway. The driver, a 59-year-old Nebraska woman, and her dog were not seriously injured in the crash. I know people who go. Are you a seltzer dude, Gliss?
No, it's too sweet. Like I can do okay, so like like White Claw. I can have one or two. Like I can see they're refreshing. We drink a lot of like regular sparkling water, like AHA. Yeah. So I can like
Chico is huge here.
Yeah. So like on a hot day, like at a barbecue or something, I could maybe have one or two. The problem is it feels too carbonated to me, and then it kind of makes me feel bloated.
Yeah,
it's like too many bubbles.
I don't need all that. I'm not a seltzer dude, but
just give me something with some good alcohol content or a nice cold beer, and I'm good.
Oh yeah. Here in Chicago, though, seltzer is king.
Yeah,
it's everywhere. If that would have happened here, they would have picked that seltzer up in 5 minutes.
Getting straws.
Oh my god!
Laying down on the pavement.
Yeah. All of that would have got picked up. I heard a little bit about this story. This is my first time seeing these, as you can tell. A 38-year-old man from New Jersey just got sentenced to 14 years in prison over an online scam in which he tricked about 40 women on dating websites into sending him money. Prosecutors say one of the women killed herself after wiring him $93,000 and realizing she'd been duped. The scammer set up phony accounts on dating websites from 2016 through 2019 and usually posed as a U.S. soldier overseas. Oh my God. In one common scheme, he told women he temporarily needed money to bring gold bars back to the U.S. In Facebook and Instagram accounts, he bragged about the money he was making by posting photographs of himself posing with large amounts of cash. In addition to the jail time, he was ordered to pay $3 million in restitution to his victim. Where is he getting $3 million from? How does that work when a person that's broke, who has duped a whole bunch of people, what? Wow. That's wow. Man's is like out here just risking his life. I'm surprised one of these women's cousins didn't make him the backwards arm guy like the dude they ran up on Dave Chappelle. Abject Dolphin has joined the stream. We're going to be talking about the Dave Chappelle thing in a little bit too. It is mind-blowing to me that dude did not get a felony for doing what he did to him, for trying to attack him. I still want to hear from him. Long gone are the days of Oprah or Barbara Walters interviewing somebody right after they do something stupid. But this would be one of the few times I would love to hear from the stupid gentleman why he did that.
I can reach out to him if you want.
He's not in Oregon, is he?
No. But I'm saying we
reach out to him.
We see if he wants to come on so we can ask him.
Because I want to know, what were you thinking when you realized it had gone south? Which moment was that?
And maybe Uncle Mario can talk some sense into him and give him give him a lecture.
I'll see if Uncle Mario's available for that. It'll probably be Mario who hates stupid people talking to him first.
Right. I was gonna say Uncle Mario might not want to help him.
He may not, because Uncle Mario was last I spoke to him, he was very much happy that happened to that young man. In a way that I did not think he'd be that happy. He was pretty pleased. But you got to be some kind of a nut to just let yourself. Man, look, the last thing I'm doing is running up on Dave Chappelle, knowing that everybody loves him like that. And I will say this without going all off into it. He didn't used to have 60 million security anybody. It would be just him. And he was glad to just be and meet people and talk to his fans and stuff. He used to be very cool.
It sucks that this ruined it, because you're right. Um, he used to come out to Portland every once in a while. And my friend one time texted me, and he was like, "Hey, like, do you want to go downtown to Pioneer Square tonight? Supposedly, Dave Chappelle has like teased the fact that he's going to come set up and just do a show." And he did it, and like, and I wasn't able to make it, but no joke, he just like he put a couple clues on his social media pages, and sure enough, at like 11:30 at night, he showed up at Pioneer Square in downtown Portland with like an amp and a microphone, and just set it up on the top of the steps, and he did like an hour and a half set for free, like right in the middle of downtown, like in the middle of the night. So it's like, it's a bummer, because he seems like such a cool guy that really is down to earth and willing to, be cool with people around him. So it's like, of all people for that to happen to, it's, it sucks that it was him, because
I've said this a million times.
Twice about everything.
I've said this a million times. He's a much better man than he is a comedian, and he's, to me, one of the greatest comedians that's ever lived. But he's such a really cool guy. He is not any kind of like off-putting or weird or angry at people. He's so nice, just a really nice dude. But all this gets taken away because of stupid people like that. And now he has to be on his, like, who are you? Why are you running up on me to say hello? How do I know you don't have an ill intention toward me? So, Scary Perch, Careful Eel are also here. Thank you guys for watching the drive today. When we come back, we're going to reset the show. Then we'll have headlines, maybe. And then we will have the entertainment report. And then it's the home stretch. Sports, stupid stuff to read. Boom. Out the door for Friday. It's the drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. We'll be back right after these words. Welcome back to the drive, everybody. It's Chicago, Illinois. Thank you for watching the show today. Hey, there I am. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. We have about a full 59 minutes left of the show. And then we will be gone for the weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, if there are moms watching. Happy Mother's Day. You all are the greatest. The absolute doggone great. To all the Backchannel, too. Happy Mother's Day. I think that's nice. My man Jake Bliss is in Beaverton, Oregon, and he is going to pop up on the screen now and say hello to you. Hello, Bliss.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. Just sitting around. I'm using AirPods today for anybody that's just hopping on. I don't have my KGB headphones today. Trying to consolidate, you know what I mean?
Those big, huge weights on your head.
Yeah, man, because it's already hard with this big thing sitting on my shoulders, and then I got to put some more weight on it. I'm trying to take weight off. I wouldn't have the hat on today, but I need a cut. So I went with hat, which I know no one likes, but I do actually, I have a face. It's not hidden under a hat all the time. We're giving away a $25 gift card for Amazon this hour soon.
Yeah.
Man, a $25 gift card. I meant to grab my book. I got to show you the book I got today in the mail because that's where my books come from. Okay. And I know why I was doing that, Gliss. My bad. What was I going to say? Yeah, let's get on with it, shall we? We've got show to do.
Do it.
I hope I'm not forced to put back on the headphones, but I may have to. You never know. The Phoenix Mercury opened the season at home Friday night against Las Vegas Aces. One player who won't be on the bench will be prominently on everyone's minds. Brittany Griner, the Mercury, and the rest of the WNBA will be opening up. Griner is still detained in Russia. It's been 3 months with no timetable for her release. We think about her every day, Mercury guard Skylar Diggins-Smith said recently. We love her, and we're going to continue to carry her legacy, her voice, and play in her honor until she gets back here with us. And those are the headlines at the top of the hour. Okay, so we're going to try and give away this $25 Amazon gift card this afternoon. We hope that someone wins it. Have we determined if we're able to still win it, even though we work and have like for
Yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that's not a thing that can happen.
That would be baller. That would be baller. If that was possible, because I saw another book that I want to purchase. I need the books. Again, this is The Drive. I'm your host, Mario Smith, live here on Backchannel, the only place on your Echo device where you can watch and listen to live shows and chat with the hosts, as you've been doing, and we appreciate that. We're here every Monday through Wednesday and Friday. We start at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And do us a favor, send us a chat. We'd like that. You can ask us questions. You can chime in on what we're talking about or anything else you want to send our way. That's fine. If you can see me right now, hello. Nice to see you. And you're watching on an Echo Show or Fire TV, you know the magic word already. It's treasure. You say that and then you get in. We know it's not the word. We know. But join us anyway and chat with us. If you're only able to listen to us on an Echo speaker, that's fine as well. The Echo speaker is a beautiful thing to listen to us on. You get to hear the bass in my voice and all that stuff. You can go to backchannel.tv, backchannel.tv, and join the chat that way. And we really, really appreciate it. And when we come back, we're going to have our entertainment report. One of my favorite things ever is Percy Jackson, and they're rebooting it with actual young people and not adults playing, teenagers. So it should be pretty cool. We'll talk about that. And the guy that was stupid enough to run up on Dave Chappelle. All that and more coming up in the entertainment segment we call Have No Fear. The camera's here. That's happening right after this here on The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and on your Amazon supported devices. We'll be right back. There's been so much stunningly bad news the past week. When I saw this today, I was very happy. And I must say that I am not ashamed that I am a big fan of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I used to have to watch that with my godchild to keep him from freaking out. He used to love it. The upcoming Percy Jackson and the Olympian series in the works at Disney Plus has filled its three main roles, and fans of the original book series are thrilled with the casting choices. Leah Saba Jeffries from Empire, Aryan Shimhardi from Spin will star as Annabeth Chase and Grover Underwood, the closest friends of Percy Jackson, who will be played by 13-year-old Walter Scobell. Here's why I like this. They're children. They're not adults playing teenagers. They're children. That's so cool. Disney Plus's new show is based on a series of 5 young adult novels written by Rick Riordan between 2005 and 2009. The books are a modern-day interpretation of ancient Greek mythology, following demigods Percy, Annabeth, and Grover as they navigate adolescence while taking on gods, titans, and monsters. In the lead up to the series casting announcement, fans on social media hope to see actors of color bringing to life their favorite characters, though the title character has remained white, with Scobell, Jeffries is black, and Simhardi is Indian American. And it's fine. Everybody will be fine. Good job, Disney. That should be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Kids dig Percy Jackson?
I don't think they've seen much Percy Jackson.
They should. It's pretty cool.
I'm sure they'll be into it if they're rebooting it.
Oh, yeah. I tend to like it. I
mean, there's a 1 in 4 chance, so I'm sure one of them will like it.
Hey, Gliss, can you give me a quick 30-second break?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it 30. We'll be right back right after this. This is The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. I must do something, and you don't need to see me do it. And it's nothing terrible. Welcome back to The Drive, everybody. Yeah, of course, as happens from time to time, we had a minor technical issue, and there you go. This is this better.
You know, it's weird. It's like there's a bug or a gremlin like in the speakers or something.
I don't know. That's crazy.
It might be it might be a bigger technical issue because I don't know that it was the headphones or the AirPods.
Let me see something. How about now?
Now it sounds better.
Okay. All right. It may not have even been these, but whatever. I kind of wanted to use them. Now I like the headphones again.
Like,
oh man.
Like, that's what I wanted to do the whole time.
Yeah, I was just playing with you guys. Okay, where was I? We were talking about Percy Jackson. So yes, Percy Jackson is really dope. And get with it if you can. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Solid movies, great books. It's a really cool story, Gliss. Your kids will really like it. Yeah, I think they'll dig it. I think they'll dig it. So, the man accused of attacking comedian Dave Chappelle on stage at the Hollywood Bowl this week was charged yesterday with 4 misdemeanor counts, the city attorney said. The misdemeanor counts were filed after the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office declined to charge Isaiah Lee, 23, with a felony in Tuesday's attack. After reviewing the evidence, prosecutors determined that while criminal conduct occurred, the evidence as presented did not constitute felony conduct, said Greg Riesling, a spokesman for the district attorney's office. The office referred the case to the city attorney for misdemeanor consideration, he said. Police arrested Lee on suspicion of felony assault with a deadly weapon. He's accused of jumping on stage and tackling Chappelle around 10:40 p.m. Pacific time Tuesday. Police said Lee had a replica handgun with a knife blade. Its size was not clear. Sources familiar with the matter said Lee did not produce the weapon during the incident or pointed at Chappelle, which they said factored into the decision not to charge him with felony assault with a deadly weapon. Lee was charged Thursday with misdemeanor counts of battery, possession of a weapon with intent to assault, unauthorized access to the stage area during a performance, and commission of an act that delays the event or interferes with the performer. This alleged attack has got to have consequences, City Attorney Mike Thurer said in a video statement late yesterday afternoon. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office prosecutes felony counts. The city attorney prosecutes misdemeanor cases. If he is convicted on the misdemeanor counts, Lee faces up to 1.5 years in jail and a $4,000 fine. That does not seem to be enough for me. Authorities have not released a possible motive in the incident. Chappelle wasn't injured. The Hollywood Bowl and Amphitheater in the Hollywood Hills is one of the most recognizable venues in Los Angeles. Chappelle was there for the fourth night of the Dave Chappelle and Friends show, which was part of the Netflix Is a Joke festival. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. No. You don't get to jump up on stage and do all that. No. You just don't.
It seems like a total missed opportunity to send a message that that's a completely unacceptable thing to do, because it could have turned out a lot worse.
Man.
Yeah. So I guess they have to go by, kind of the parameters of the law, but man,
that's a felony.
So dangerous. Yeah. So dangerous. Imagine how bad that could have been. Yeah.
Right. That could have went so many different ways. That could have turned into that dude trying to stab Dave. Come on. Hey, Doobie. Hey, Tom. Hello, no name that said hello. Hello. Back to the headphones and these gigante cans on my head that can't say I don't like them. Just, it's a lot. My man Fluffy must have played Dodger Stadium. Yeah, sounds like it. Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias says he didn't tell his family or friends he was going to be performing at Dodger Stadium. Instead, he let them find out through the news so he wouldn't have to deal with comments such as, "Are you singing the national anthem? Are you throwing out a first pitch? Are you cleaning?" The last thing they think is that I'm going to be performing there. Despite his humorous comments, Iglesias, a Los Angeles native of Mexican heritage, acknowledges he's not just performing at the iconic venue. This Friday and Saturday, he'll be making history as the first comedian to perform and sell out at Dodger Stadium. More than 45,000 fans will be in attendance, making it the largest crowd he's ever performed for. He says it's very surreal. I don't even know the best way to put it. The show was originally scheduled only for Saturday. After it sold out, Iglesias and his team added an extra show on Friday. Maybe that's the reason why we added a second show just for them, he said, joking about the fact that families and friends were asking for tickets. Because it's home, it's always going to be one of those everybody's going to want to come out to it. This is a home field advantage show. I've done big shows, but this is definitely the biggest, Iglesias said. I've been doing this for 25 years. I gave up a lot of hair, hope, and happiness to make sure that a show like this could happen. Known for his iconic Hawaiian shirts, Iglesias, now 45 years old, is celebrated for his family-friendly stand-up comedy, recounting personal experiences and making jokes about topics as varied as his weight to his Mexican-American family. His act has earned him a place as one of comedy's most popular figures. He was ranked 6th on Forbes' 2019 list of highest-earning comedians at $22 million. Alongside his Netflix sitcom, Mr. Iglesias, and stand-up specials, One Show Fits All, and I'm sorry for what I said when I was hungry, Iglesias, which is very funny. Iglesias has been featured in animated films like Space Jam: A New Legacy and Coco. Shout out to him. That's big news there, baby. You sell out Dodger Stadium 2 nights. Good stuff, man. Congratulations to him. I love that. I absolutely. And he's one of my favorite comedians too. Very, 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 very. um, and has anybody seen the new Star Wars? Star Trek? Mario, what is wrong with you? Has anyone seen the new Star Trek? It's called Strange New Worlds. And the idea is that it goes back to the original roots of the show. I haven't seen it yet, Gliss. Have you checked it out? It's on Paramount Plus. Another thing for us to have to buy.
No, yeah, I haven't seen it. It's funny because my oldest, he was just asking me about Star Wars. Or I just did too.
See.
Well, we actually have. We actually have a Star Wars marathon going on in the house right now, so maybe that's why I was thinking Star Wars also. But
yeah,
but he was asking me about the Star Trek movies, and I haven't seen. I've seen. Whoops, my phone's not on sound.
I thought that was me.
I'm in trouble now.
No, hardly. Look, you're not. Have you heard this show lately? You're in no trouble. I might be in trouble.
It was a weather update from my wife. So apparently there's a lot going on outside. I don't know. She just told me the weather is bleep up. So nice. I don't know what's going on out there. I'm kind of worried now.
We should ask our no, we shouldn't. Never mind. Let me shut up. I was gonna say we should ask our passengers to guess what Lindsay was saying.
It probably wouldn't take long to guess. I mean, it's a pretty popular one.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? While we're on it, am I ahead of myself here in terms of us? Hold on, I got to learn how to follow your directions.
We
didn't even set it up in the thing.
I forgot to put it in the show sheet.
No, it's cool. Let's just
we can give it away whenever. Yeah,
let's do it right. We'll away the $25 gift card in the next segment to the next person who subscribes to the show. So if you're watching this on Echo or Fire TV, go to backchannel.tv and hit the subscribe button. You have to go to backchannel.tv and hit the subscribe button, even if you're watching on YouTube or if you're doing it on the Echo speaker. You got to go to backchannel.tv. Yeah, we will pick a person out of those who subscribe and give them a $25 gift card from Amazon. If you're one of the no names, you're going to have to give us your name so we can properly make sure you get this gift. There you go. All right. But yes, Star Trek. That's where I was. Star Trek. It's the premise is built around former USS Enterprise Captain Christopher Pike, just like in the movie, who was unfortunately played during the original series, the actual product of a passed over TV pilot, but whatever. In this one, Pike is alive, well, and in command with his first officer, played by Rebecca Romaine. Oh. Young science officer Spock, played by Ethan Peck, the grandson of Gregory Peck, and newly minted Cadet Uhura, played by Celia Rose Gooding, among those joining him on the voyage. It looks like it's pretty good. It's got the earmarks of being a hit. I'm with it. I'm going to be paying attention to it. Give it a run, spin the wheels on it for a while, see what happens. And that's it. That's the entertainment report for today on a headache-induced Friday. Let's see here. You know what? I'm gonna go weird news. Oh God, I don't read these first, and I've got to start doing that. So here's one for you, everybody. The three wildlife officers in Kenya discovered a stray lion in a shopping bag. The three armed Kenyan wildlife officers must have been on high alert as they cautiously approached the homestead following reports that a stray lion had been sighted in the area following reports of livestock going missing. But that soon turned to astonishment when all they found was a shopping bag in a hedge, albeit one with a realistic image of a lion's head on it. A farmhand raised the alarm after spotting what he thought was a lion just outside his employer's home, only a kilometer away from Mount Kenya's National Park. The bag had been placed in the hedge by the homeowner who had put some avocado tree seedlings in it and wanted to stop them from drying out. You got to be careful out here in these Kenyan streets. Man. All right. Next person to subscribe to the show gets a $25 gift card from Amazon. Amazon. The arrow thing. Yeah, the real one. $25 gift card. Hit us up. When we come back, we'll have the Dylan T. Pickles Unipiper Sports Report. Lots to talk about in the world of sports today. We'll do that in just a moment. This is The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. Okay, Mom has joined the stream. Hi, Mom. Hey, Mom. We're giving away a $25 gift card for Amazon. Spend it any way you like, Mom. It's Mother's Day, and if we don't give this card away today, I'm going to be really sad all weekend, especially since it's Mother's Day. Now, the way that you can get this card, anybody, especially if your name is Mom, is to go to backchannel.tv and subscribe. And then we will give you a $25 Amazon gift card. That's it. I know you're waiting on me to say something else, Mom. I'm not. That's it. You get a $25 gift card. And who wouldn't want that? We're not going to be giving it away all day, so you get a couple minutes left, and we're going to keep on moving if we don't get someone to take that. It's Derby weekend, my friend, Mr. Gliss. Are you ready for the Kentucky Derby?
Sure. that involves drinking, right? Is that what?
Yes, mint juleps. It does involve drinking.
Then yeah, I've been waiting for it.
I have too. Oh man! Not that I needed an excuse, but I have been waiting on it. So this ESPN article is so succinct. One of the horses to watch is Mo Donegal. The odds are 10-1. That's a pretty good horse. Happy Jack, 30-1 odds. Who's riding Mo Donegal? Irad Ortiz Jr. is a pretty good jockey. I don't know, but I'm going to say it is. He is. Happy Jack's 30-1. Epicenter is who I'm going with. 7-2 odds. Joel Rosario, who I do know is a good jockey. I like Epicenter. I'm going to go with Epicenter. Summer is Tomorrow is in the 4th spot.
at 30 to 1 odds. Smile Happy, written by Corey Lanier. Messier, not the hockey player, but the horse, is 8 to 1 odds in the 6th spot. Crown Pride is 20 to 1. Charge It, that's a name for a horse, 20 to 1 as well. 30 to 1 odds. Tis the Bomb. I like Epicenter though. If I were a betting man, and I'm not, I would be betting on Epicenter. There you go. Gliss, did you know that Lefty Mickelson had like a $40 million gambling debt?
I mean, I remember hearing in the past that he's kind of one of those guys that's been talked about as a gambler, but that's
how much?
That's pretty significant.
That's a lot of gambling.
It's a lot of gambling.
That's a lot of gambling. That's not like, yeah, you know what? I bet a couple bucks on the horses. No, man, that's a lot of gambling. That's
maybe he's been hanging out with MJ.
No, I think Mike probably stopped hanging out with him. $40 million. He probably is like, I'm out, dude. I don't want none of that. A little bit of breaking sports news. A Cowboy owner, Jerry Jones, is home and fine after a reported car crash. Keep an eye on that. Federal auditors investigating Phil Mickelson's role in an insider trading scheme found his gambling losses totaled more than $40 million from 2010 to 2014. That's just in a 4-year period? Ooh-wee. Well, 5 years. According to an excerpt from Alan Shipnuck's forthcoming biography, Shipnuck posted the excerpt on his Fire Pit Collective site Thursday. His unauthorized biography on Mickelson is to be released May 17th during the PGA Championship. Mickelson is the defending champion. He has not said if he will be playing. Mickelson has been out of public view since the final round of the Saudi International on February 6th. A short time later, Shipnuck posted explosive comments from Mickelson on his involvement in Greg Foreman's Saudi-backed golf venture. Mickelson dismissed Saudi Arabia's human rights record, including the killing of Washington Post reporter Jamal Khashoggi, by saying it was worth getting involved with the Saudis if it meant gaining leverage to get what he wanted from the PGA Tour. Mickelson was a relief defendant in 2016 in the insider trading case that sent noted gambler Billy Walters to prison. Walters since has been released and has said he's writing a book. In the most recent excerpt on the $40 million in gambling losses, Shipnuck wrote that government auditors investigated Mickelson's finances over 4 years from 2010 to 2014. The author cited a source with direct access to the documents. Mickelson's annual income in 2012, the time of the Dean Foods stock deal that netted Mickelson nearly $1 million in a week, was estimated at about $48 million. So he gambled $40 million worth of. That is a lot of gambling, bro. I'm sorry. I cannot imagine a person doing that. Hi, Elizabeth in North Carolina. Welcome to the show. Hey, anybody that is down for subscribing, you got a couple of minutes left. We're right at the 30-minute mark of time left on the show. Somebody will get one of those cards. Gliss, you want to just wait till Monday for this card?
Sure, we don't want to force anybody.
No,
I mean, we want people to subscribe if they want to be here, and we'll give them a gift card for doing it.
There you go.
If you don't want to do it right now, then wait till next time.
That's okay. Happy Mother's Day to you ladies. If you're enjoying the show, there are a few ways to support the show that would really help me out. If you're watching right now and see that subscribe button that we talked about, that we tried to bribe you with a $25 gift card for, click on it, subscribe, and I'll let you know when we're going on live. And also, there's some really cool stuff happening in a few weeks. Very cool things, actually, and we want you to be a part of it. Then you can know those things when you subscribe. Another way you can really help me out, no matter whether you're watching or listening to the show, is to leave a review. Reviews are really good, especially good reviews that keep us on and keep us going. And we appreciate that. Go to backchannel.tv and click leave a review. The biggest baby in golf. maybe the biggest baby in professional sports is Sergio Garcia, and he's out here babying again. He got upset because he didn't find a ball in an allotted period of time, and he went all the way home, whining and whining and whining and whining. And he said, "I can't wait to leave this too." After the rules officials issued a stroke penalty at the Wells Fargo Championship. You know, all that he's a fiery Spaniard, all this stuff they like to say. You don't do that. This is, come on, man. Don't be a baby all your life. Have some. I can't even get it out. Have a little bit of, like, be a professional. Hey, man, I felt like I did that in a decent amount of time. Well, you didn't. Well, we should probably go back and look at the tape. Anything. But all this hype, I'd be glad to get out of here. You won't see me ever again. Hey, baby, be quiet. Did you happen to check out the Angels last night against the Red Sox? Bliss? Shohei Ohtani is a grown man. He struck out 11.
He's pretty good.
He knocked his number out of the Green Monster. So he hits this ball, and he's up to bat. So the 17 is in the Monster. He hits this ball so hard off the Monster, next to it, not direct hit, next to the number, and the number went and he broke the number. Shohei is on.
He's he's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, he is. He struck out 11 and 7 shutout innings. He got 2 hits. Again, one of them was a 109 mile per hour line drive that hit the Green Monster so hard it knocked his number 17 out the pitcher's slot on the scoreboard. Woo! Shohei Ohtani, man. He is really good. I am enjoying watching this second season. I thought he'd be good. And now Mike Trout is hitting again. And I know you're out on the West Coast, and I'm sure if you hate the Dodgers, you really hate the Angels because they are kind of like two good guys in a stick of mud. But it's fun watching those two dudes play.
I don't mind the Angels so much. I'm still, a little bitter that Dusty Baker made a pitching change in Game 6 in Anaheim in 2002. When the Giants should have won the World Series, and instead the relief pitcher came in and choked away the game, and then everybody knew that they were going to win Game 7. So I'm a little bitter about that, but outside of that, I don't mind the Angels.
Well, it's nice that you find your way to not be totally mad at them.
And that stupid rally monkey that year too. That thing was stupid.
That was very irritating.
I think I told you that I went to Game 5 of that series, and it was the one game the Giants. Like I said, it seemed like that series was over when we left the Giants stadium. I think they beat them like 13-2 going back to Anaheim. And then Bonds hit that towering home run like in like the 6th inning of Game 6. And it was like, oh, it's over. They've done it. and then Dusty Baker decided to make a pitching change, and it was all downhill from there. But when we went to Game 5, we actually sat next to 2 Angels fans, and they had the rally monkey. Like stuffed animal with them, and I was just rolling my eyes the whole time.
I bet you were. I would have been too. This is a good monkey. Get out of here, rally monkey. Have a beer, rally monkey. And they used to put them on the scoreboard, and people would be all like, "Oh, this is so good." No, it's not. Also close to you, Seattle Seahawks coach Pat. Yep, it's bedtime. How much?
Good old Pat
Carroll. Pete Carroll said Thursday that he doesn't at all envision the team trading for a quarterback. Pat Carroll. Pat's comments came during an interview. What's the name of the dive with Mario Smith? It is definitely
the dive.
Right? Nose dive. This is the nose.
I am the drive on the dive.
I am the drive on the dive.
Just get them. Well, that's we just need like a whole package of all of that together. I am the dive on the, or I am the drive on the dive.
Man, look, I am not trying to be.
They were talking a little Pat Carroll up in Seattle.
Yeah, Pat. Carroll's comments came during an interview with Sports Radio 93.3 KJR-FM in Seattle. He was asked
I know someone who works there.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Sports Radio 93.3 KJR-FM. Their big voice guys probably KJRFM 93.3 KJR Sports Radio. He was asked. He was not asked. Oh God, it's so hard sometimes to do this. Specifically about Baker Mayfield, organizations aren't allowed to publicly comment on potential interest in players on other teams, but instead whether the Seahawks are interested in adding a veteran quarterback with starting experience. We're always competing, Carroll said, giving one of his stock responses to such questions. I'm not saying anything you didn't think I was going to say, but fortunately, that's always been the way we've operated, and it fits again. So we're looking. I don't see us making a trade for anybody at all. I don't see that happening. But we're certainly going to continue to be open to chances to help our club. And meanwhile, we're just going to be battling and competing our tails off. I am new to this. There are gentlemen there that have tails. Shouldn't they be in a hospital?
I love it. They don't need a quarterback. They're fine.
They can run just 10 on 11.
I'm good. I hate the Seahawks. So yeah,
I know.
Let him chew his bubble gum, jumping around the sidelines without any quarterback.
It's so ridiculous.
I'm all for it.
So ridiculous. Sophie, Mike, Cheap Elephant, Carol, Elizabeth, Mom. Hey everybody. Yes, Tina, we did talk about Dave Chappelle. Absolutely. Where is it? There it is. Let's see here. Oh yeah, absolutely. We talked about Dave Chappelle. Yeah, of course. And we talked about the man whose arm looked like a coffee mug. And yes, not tails. A coffee mug handle and not tails. Yeah, he said tails. We'll play our tails off. I've never liked that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It just doesn't fit. It sounds off.
It's bloody ridiculous. It sounds like he's coaching dudes with leather helmets on. Sir, none of us have tail. We are not animals.
Well, he is like 100 years old or something.
Yeah, here we go. Feel that hate.
I mean, I think isn't he the oldest coach in the NFL?
He's the oldest man on earth. No, I think he's the oldest coach in I almost said the NHL.
That's why he's always chewing bubble gum. He's trying to make himself feel young.
That's ageist. Pete Carroll. Pat Carroll. I'm the drive. All of it, man. All of it. What was it? Sports Radio, KPRX, 93. Formula One's momentum in America right now feels unstoppable with Saudi's Miami Grand Prix, the next big step forward in a country that for so long felt closed off to Formula One. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this because Lewis Hamilton hasn't won anything in a minute. I need him to win some stuff. Last year's U.S. Grand Prix saw a record 400,000 people and a carnival atmosphere unseen before at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Everyone involved in the event agreed it had felt like a seismic moment in F1's growing relationship with America. Well, guess what? They're in Miami. All bets are off now. All the racers should show up 2 hours before the race from somewhere else. Don't spend any time in Miami because it's a trap. It's a trap. Miami has joined Austin on the F1 schedule. Next year, a third U.S. event, the Las Vegas Grand Prix, featuring the city's famous strip, will join in what could become one of F1's most iconic events. Cracking America in this way has been a long time coming. Ahead of F1's last race at Imola, 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton said, "Growing up knowing how amazing this sport is and seeing there was still quite a disconnect between the U.S. and the rest of the world in terms of the passion for this sport, it's really amazing to see we finally cracked it and there's a growing love in the States." I'm a big fan of F1 racing, man. Lewis Hamilton, I was a big Michael Schumacher dude back in the day. There is something unbelievably entertaining about watching a F1 race. Formula One driving is mad exciting. Super fun watch. And although that sport is really designed for you to be like dumbass rich, it is still fun to watch. And I have a good time doing it. In fact, I have to get a little steering wheel thing for my game my Formula One racing game that I own that I have never played because I don't have the steering wheel. It's what us 54-year-olds do. We play video games. We're a new breed.
That sounds fun. I haven't played a good racing game in a while.
I love Formula One racing. I get up. It's just like how I think when I started really watching football from England.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, man, Formula One is kind of cool too. And I just latched on to that. I mean, I had always watched it because, it's guys, when we're little, we play with race cars and we like determine, oh, that's a muscle car. That's a Formula One car. So I've always liked it. I will say in the last 10 years or so, I really, really liked it. And Lewis Hamilton is that dude. I'm sorry. Sir Lewis Hamilton.
You know what I think of when I think of F1? Well, it's not what I think of, but I just thought of it because I just rewatched this a couple weeks ago. Is the movie Rush?
Yes.
Oh, such a good movie. That's
very
a really
good
cool movie. Yeah, I remember we saw it in the theater, I believe, when it was when it was out in theaters, and it just kind of popped into my head a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I need to watch that again.
Yeah, I need to check it out again too. I'm looking forward to this Miami Grand Prix. It's big. It's in a football stadium. It's weird. It's gonna be super big. Shocking Deer, Sophie, Joyful Camel, Straight Cheetah, Gnarly Orca, Hillary. What's up, everybody? Hillary's in Nevada. Sophie's in Florida. Hey there. Thank you. Hey,
y'all showed up too late.
Yeah, you had a chance to win a $25 Amazon gift card if you subscribe. I bet you'll probably go subscribe now because you think you're going to win that gift card. Oh, you got to wait till Monday. Or depending on how I feel in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Might be worth a shot. You never know.
You should subscribe. I'm telling you, $25 Amazon gift card from a man that said he wasn't going to beg anybody, but it sure sounds like I'm begging.
Yeah, it's an incentive.
Little beggy tone to it. On this day in 1846, England introduced its first postage stamp. In 1915, on this date, Babe Ruth hits his first and he hit it hard too. I was there. Hits his first major league home run as a player for the Boston Red Sox. And in 2004, the series finale of the sitcom Friends airs. I'll be there for you until 2004, then I'm out. On this day, the Say Hey Kid, one of the greatest, if not the best baseball player that's ever lived. I mean, ever. Willie Mays turned 91 today. 660 home runs. He was the MVP in 1954, made the iconic catch of all time in baseball, and is still that dude. Willie Mays. Wow. Chris Paul's birthday is today. And rapper Meek Mill, who I couldn't name 6 songs from Meek, but he's out here rapping. His birthday is today as well. He's 35. On this date, 1984, oh yeah, Mick Jagger and Michael Jackson record State of Shock. In 1992, Queen's album Classic Queen is certified gold and platinum. Played some Queen yesterday on my show. Whoa, earthquake? No, my knee. Played some Queen.
You know what I really like? If you go in their, kind of going through their catalog, is some of their blues stuff, where it's just like straight up blues.
Mm-hmm. Queen
got some good stuff like that. Yeah,
they were very. That movie doesn't do them justice, and it did them a lot of justice. But Queen was amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Freddie Mercury is one of a kind.
Ridiculous. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Songwriter Otis Blackwell, Don't Be Cruel, Great Balls of Fire. I've always thought that was funny. Dies at age 70 in 2002. And in 2002, Ray Charles was presented with an honorary doctorate of philosophy degree at Albany State University in his hometown of Albany, Georgia. Yep, I always laughed at it. I can remember.
It was just such a smooth transition.
Thank you.
You went
Thank you very much.
From laughter into your news voice.
That's right. That's what we do. That's what we do at 93.3. Gotta keep the show going, man.
Oh man.
Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, Valid Condor, welcome. Ah, yeah, man. All right,
Always on. It always gets out of hand at the end of the show on Friday.
that is a wrap. It's never ever correct.
Can't control it. There's no way around it.
Nothing can stop me now. It's
All you
only
can do is accept it.
14 minutes left, man.
That's right.
It's a wrap. Nothing. Oh gosh. All right. When we come back on 93.3, when we come back, we'll have the front of mind story. We'll be back right after this. It's The Drive. Man, my stomach hurts so bad. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and on your Amazon supported devices. I got the giggles. I apologize. We'll be right back. Happy Friday, everybody. Florida centenarian. She's 100. A Florida centenarian who, boy, let me try that one more time. A Florida centenarian who always vowed that she would leap out of a plane. Man, I haven't read this list. I swear to God, I thought that was going to say cake. I thought that was going to say cake. I really did. I have never been so happy to see the word plane in my life. I cannot imagine that this woman at 100 would be jumping out of a cake, yo. I would have turned off the camera and the sound. Whew. A Florida centenarian who always vowed that she would leap out of a plane if she made it to 100 kept her word by celebrating her birthday with her first and last skydiving experience. Formerly from the UK, she served as a nurse during World War II, so she had seen her share of danger. Jumping tandem from an airplane, clearly a rush of adrenaline, but not as much actual danger as she had already faced in life. Now you can take that to the dinner table tonight. It's Friday. Nobody eats at the dinner table. Everybody's standing up talking. Go up to somebody and tell them, hey, man, this woman leaped out of a cake. Get their attention and then say, no, it was really a plane. It is time. It is time. As it sounds like there's a real incident happening outside my house. There is time for my favorite segment. Did you know? Oh, I'm ready, Gliss. This is the last one for the week.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
If I remember correctly, I'll have to wait and hear you read them. But there was one that sounded really stupid to me that I was kind of questioning where they got the information.
Well, I haven't read any of these yet, but I'll know it when I get to it, I suppose. Did you know, Gliss, that 20% of 1,000 married people surveyed admitted that they spend money on gambling without telling their spouse?
Uh-oh.
That's bad. Hey, kids, hi, Uncle Mario here. Don't do it. Tell your people. I'm a gambling fool, and we're not going to be able to eat because I lost all my money. Don't lie. It's worse when you lie. Did you know that 33% of people have borrowed a password for Netflix or Amazon Prime without permission?
I give away my passwords. I don't mind.
Man, look. Did you know 20% of women have left a hair salon in tears?
I've seen that happen.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Man, so glad I'm single because I would have to go up there. What am I going to do? What am I going to fight with? The hairstyle?
Right.
Yeah. According to recent research, women are more likely to give men their phone number when approached at a bakery.
That's the one. Like, where the hell do you get that information?
How do you know that?
How do you track that? Like, what is that? Just seems like such a random statement.
That's somebody this was written on 420, clearly. And they just released it today. Did you know 5,500 square feet is the size of the average American lawn? Where do they live? What kind of lawn is that? That's stupid too. Did you know the average person will eat pizza 4 times a month?
That's a lot.
It's a lot of damn pizza. Not in Chicago. We get our pizza in, we say goodbye to pizza for at least a month. And then we come back maybe another month or two.
I rarely eat pizza. I mean, my kids probably eat pizza 3 or 4 times a month. Probably 4 times.
When I feel dangerous, I'll buy some frozen. I'm telling the secret. I'll buy some frozen pizza rolls. Mm-hmm. I will put some neutral oil on them, like avocado oil, and then I will grate some Parmesan cheese on top of them.
Okay.
And like put some seasoning on them so they'll actually taste like food instead of crunchy air with tomatoes. Right. And it's pretty good. Did you know 5,500 square feet? That's a lot of square footage. What houses? Where were they? The average, according to a recent list, the number one thing that women do to themselves to be beautiful and not tell anyone about it is wax or bleach their upper lip. I saw Aunt Bunny yesterday. You know what Aunt Bunny is, Gliss? Mm-hmm. Tina's watching. She knows what Aunt Bunny is. I saw Aunt Bunny yesterday. Aunt Bunny is a woman with a mustache.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She was proud of it too, boy. She was wearing it proudly. She was proud. And when I saw her, I had to make sure my eyes stayed up because as a guy, you know, I see mustaches. And I was like, hey, oh, hi.
Nothing?
Did nothing. I want nothing, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, but it's all good. I had an Aunt Bunny in my family. Relax. Did you know human taste buds change every 10 days and the old taste buds are replaced with new ones? But it doesn't change the way you taste things, even if your sense of taste is still constantly changing over time. So, this is the 420 did you know? Because somebody had to have been hiding right there. Did you know the average guy cries about 14 times a year while the average woman cries 64 times a year? I think that's a low number for guys because I know I cry a lot.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Yeah, man, that's a low-ass number. Come on now. There's a lot going on. If you didn't sleep well last night, you can convince yourself that you did just by believing you aren't tired. It's called placebo sleep. It improves cognitive function and makes you perform better than when you spend the day thinking about being tired. That sounds like a bunch of hogwash. Because when I'm tired,
pray that this weekend, get back to this.
Yeah, it's fine. And finally, the World Video Game Hall of Fame in New York announced the induction of groundbreaking games Ms. Pac-Man, Dance Dance Revolution, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Sid Meier's Civilization. The World Video Game Hall of Fame, part of the Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester, announced 4 games were selected from a field of nominees that also included Assassin's Creed, Candy Crush Saga, Minesweeper, NBA Jam, Parappa the Rapper. Oh, that was a good game. Resident Evil, Rogue, and Words with Friends. And there you go. What a week. We did a lot this week. We had
my only question on that is how did it take that? Like Mrs. Pac-Man's not already in there?
It should have been in there years ago.
Like, come on now. It's like one of the classics.
See, Tina knew what I was talking about. Tina said, Aunt Bunny, Goonie Goo Goo. I read it to her. It's Eddie Murphy. It's from Delirious, I think it is. Yeah, I ran into an Aunt Bunny yesterday. Goonie Goo Goo. Yes, placebo sleep. You can tell your mind anything. Like today was the best show we've ever done because I completely lost it when I thought that thing said a woman 100 years old was going to leap out of a cake, but it wasn't cake. It was a plane. Gliss, what a week, man. Thank you very much for everything. We did it all this week. Looking forward to the couple of days you're gonna be with us next week, and we'll be having Sarah on at some point next week too, right?
Yeah, probably like Monday or Wednesday. She'll pop on to say hello to everybody. And we have Keenan Lowe on Tuesday, I believe, also.
That's right.
So
That's right.
that
That's
should
right.
be a good conversation as well.
And we will try to give away a $25 Amazon gift card on Monday as well. We will give it away. We're not going to try to. We will. We absolutely will. And Tina's right. Nobody talks about Super Pac-Man. That was a good game. All right, it's Friday. I've done enough. Honest Fish, Anna, Wally, Rain, Today, Tony, Cheryl, Straight Cheetah, Gnarly Orca, Sophie, Mike, Elizabeth, everybody. Thank you so much. Gliss, thanks, man. Have a good weekend, brother.
You too. You too.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everybody, for watching the drive. Tina and Michael Lockett, thank you guys as well. If you enjoyed the drive today, there are 2 ways you can support the show that really help. If you're watching right now and you see that subscribe button, click it. I couldn't get you to get that $25 gift certificate, but click it. A gift card, I mean. If you subscribe, it'll let you know when we're going live, and we're doing some really cool things in the next couple of weeks, and we want you to be down for it. And I can't get out of my DJ voice now. It's too late. Another way you can really help me out, no matter where you are or how you're watching or listening, is leave a review. Go to backchannel.tv and please leave a review. Your positive review keeps the show moving and going and growing, and we appreciate it. Once again, go to BACKCHANNEL.TV and leave a review. We're here Monday through Wednesday and Friday, starting at 4 p.m. And you can just get in the chat with us and do your thing, and we really appreciate it. This will end our broadcast day for this week, actually, at backchannel.tv. We will all be back on Monday, beginning with Haley and Allison, starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers watching and all of the mothers who work at backchannel.tv and everybody's mom. I hope you guys have a great day on Sunday. Make sure the brunch is nice. Make sure people do all the work. You do nothing. You chill. On behalf of everybody at backchannel.tv, my name is Mario Smith from the third largest city in North America, Chicago, Illinois, as the sun begins its cozy placement for this evening. We wish you all the best. Have a great, great weekend, everybody. We will see you Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Peace.